Jim, this one always matters.
Well, I think we know what we're in for, whatever the circumstances that exist when these two meet. Losing really isn't an option, making this another intense, feisty clash, which should keep everyone on edge. The fans are more nervous than the players, to me, confirming an atmosphere of angst. Try telling them there's nothing riding on this.
There's the whistle, and here we go. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, the number 10 may be a fading role, Peter, but I suppose it's more about evolution than extinction. And I'd see James Maddison as the perfect example of this. These days, even creative players need to be strong, mobile, versatile. He ticks all the boxes.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Merino. Oh, it's played into the area. Tries to get it clear. It's gone out for a throw-in. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Forward it goes. Into the channel. Oh, he's found support out wide. Can he put it away?
Plenty of moving targets to pick out in the box. Obviously increases the chances of the ball being met like that by someone.
Ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Really is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
That's Martinelli.
Oh, super tackle. They were outnumbered and under the cosh. That had to be spot on, and it was.
Looks to bypass the midfield. Martinelli. White receives it in a good position here. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. Martinelli. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. Kudus. Madison, Romero, Palhinha, Romero, gently down. Udogi, Palhinha, Pedro Porro, and that's aimed into the middle.
That's a case of crossing in hope, and unless they provide some more options, it'll be more missed than hit.
Looking for a decent ball in. And it's hoisted clear. That's been run straight back. And the counter is on. Saliba. Gabriel. Merino. Moved on forwards. Oh, that looks a foul. The referee's given it.
This could be good, very good.
That was beautiful, something close to genius. Nice control. Kulusevski. Aimed in towards the centre. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Pedro Porro. He's going to be disappointed with that. Gabriel gets it away. It's run loose here. That's offside. Yes, it is. Rice. Gabriel. Merino. Well timed, excellent interception. Well, the fans don't seem to be happy about that, and you can understand why. They had lots of the ball, but they were going nowhere with it. Kulusevski.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Saliba. Rice. Oh, good spread. Saka. Saka. He's onside. Romero tries to clear. Eze! Trying to get their passing game going here, Jim. Just plotting a route round their opponents.
Yeah, just keep things nice, short, crisp, and let the ball do all the work, and it ought to pay off for them as well.
Pedro Porro. Kulusevski. And the ball's a good one here. It's a nice idea, but the execution was not good. Yeah, he's pulled them up
punch.
Ditch defending, but that'll do. Kulusevski. Udogi. Arsenal have hit the front early, a foothold in the game.
It's been a super start. They've made their intentions clear and they've backed them up.
Rice. This is promising. Played out to the right. This interception, his positioning was spot on. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. And here's the chance to counter. Interception. Saka. Out for a throw. White. Bentancur wins the duel this time. I think, yes it is. Romero picks one through, away from immediate danger. Arsenal leading here after what's been an eventful start to the game. Maddison clears it out of harm's way. Oh, what a ball he's in here! And it's hoisted clear. Chance here. Gabriel gets it clear. Up to meet it.
Himself into a good position. Something going to cling to.
The fullback is in acres of space here. Pressing's intense and it's paid off. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. There is concern on the faces of the players standing around him here.
Absolutely terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best.
the goal, so brilliantly executed. Added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Saka. Well, they could break here. And it's played forward, played with finesse. Bentancur. Out of play for a goal kick. João Palhinha. Appreciated by the crowd.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Good work on the right flank here. Forward it goes. Delicate chip through. Kulusevski. Pedro Porro. Eze. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Romero, and the keeper's got it again. Ball that. Kudus. Kulusevski. João Palhinha. Udogi. Lovely feet. Oh, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. So that's going to be another corner. Tries to get it clear. Now it's Bentancur. Bentancur! Oh, taken with style. And the comeback is complete.
Look, there just wasn't much of a gap to begin with, and to find it, I think it was a fine drive, and I don't think the keeper could have really planned for that. I think he's a bit unlucky in that instance.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Martinelli. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Udogie. That's a nicely weighted pass. Madison! Madison showed plenty of zest at getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Forwards. Madison. Kulusevski. Rice. White, gently done. Kulusevski. Pedro Porro. And back to the goalkeeper. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Done delicately. It's a goal kick. Bentancur. Colomboani. Good determined running there, but one back by the defence.
Oh look, his determination needed to be greater than the obstacle he was faced with, and it wasn't.
Now who's going to be first to this? No complaints about that challenge. Robust, but fair. Gabriel with the clearance. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Bentancur hits one! Oh, he's really got hold of that.
Look, it was achievable, Peter, but it needed his best.
Played out to the right. White. Referee's given a throw. Rice. He is just caressing the ball. Saka's delivery. Really well to win the ball there. Pressing's intense and it's paid off. Well, the counter could be on here. Martinelli. Rice. That's good play. The defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Kulusevski. Palinha moved on forwards. Rice. And it's played forward. White. And he welcomes it in. And Saka. And he's onside. And he's there to go. Lost the ball. They can go again. Merino. And now the breakaway. Kulusevski. Oh, good spread. And he's picked out the run. Pedro Porro. Kulusevski. Strong running down that left flank. What's the throw? Martinelli. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given.
So quickly, I think this defence just can't get set to deal with it. I think deserved a better outcome than what we saw, but worth exploring more.
Kulusevski. Kudus. Pedro Porro. Great defending, strong and determined. Saliba. Saka. Rice. Now it's Saka. Jose. Shapes to shoot!
But I'm sure you'll deny it, Peter, but the keeper didn't have that covered.
Out the pass. Saliba. White. Well, they've seen lots of the ball. Time to go for it a bit of creativity and adventure. Saliba plays it from a quarterback position. João Palhinha. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. He's straight offside. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Wins the duel this time. João Palhinha. Aim forwards. Tolimuari. He's beaten the last man. Merino. Gently down. He's good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender though who was ever so determined. Now it's Kudus. Chooses the real chance. Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Bentancur put absolutely everything he had into that. Maybe better look next time.
He's offering some sort of an apology there.
That just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Saliba. it's Kudus. Showing good feet. White. Moved on forwards. Romero gets over and intercepts. Bentancur. Maddison clips it so gently. Tries to get it clear. Oh, sweet feet. Pedro Porro. A chance to play it in. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. Saka going full tilt down the right-hand side. Climbs up big!
Really could have done with engaging those crosses much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
Kulusevski. Bentancur does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Played down the flank. Trying to play for a goal kick. And they've got it back as soon as they gave it away. And it's gone back to the keeper. Kudus. Rice. Got a shot away!
Really got the face of his opponent to set it up. It's great drafting.
Martinelli. Saka. There's the cross. Forward it goes. Bentancur. Kulusevski. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Now it's Kudus. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Gabriel. Rice. White. That looks a cracking ball. Kudus. Moved on forwards. It's a throw in. Gabriel. And it's played forward. Saka. And it's lofted through him. Rice. Did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Jose. That was a brilliant interception. Kudus. Pedro Porro. Kulusevski. Forward it goes. Now it's Kudus. Chance to counter here. Merino. Rice. Now it's Eze. Great defending, strong and determined. Nicely intercepted.
that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Rice changes him with that pass. Pedro Porro. Romero. Del Padilla. Udogi. Madison. 8 forwards. Lofted upfield. Pressing's intense, and it's paid off. He's not played the ball, that's a foul. Merino. Oh, it's come loose. Romero. Udogi. Aim forwards. Saliba. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Romero shifted upfield. Kudus. Lobbed in behind. And that has been plucked away. And he's found it there. He has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. Ball by the goalkeeper. Kulusevski. Does really well to win the ball there. Kudus. Kulusevski. Saka wins the duel this time. Martinelli. Kudus, and it's played forward, and we've reached half-time. Come in at half-time, largely satisfied with where they are. After a half which has certainly had its moments, has been lit up with some flair from time to time. The scoreline in their favour at the break, 2-1.
So we reached the halfway point. Well, Peter, I'm just thinking of the best way to describe that. Frantic, frenzied. It was unmissable and it was irresistible. Forget about the analysis on this one, just enjoy it.
And the game has already resumed here.
Arsenal don't need to press the panic button just yet. They may have to tweak their setup first if they don't grab an early goal in the second half. They can't hold back though.
Saliba. Rice.
Havertz really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Merino. Eze. Now it's Saka. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. He's cut it out, moved on forwards. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Eze looks to clip it forward. Oh, easy pickings there. Not clear. White. Merino. The movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The French, though, able to hold on this time. Martinelli. Merino, very nicely done. Defending of the desperate variety. Madison, Udogie, Van de Ven, Romero, Pedro Porro, Kudus. Can he latch on to this? Oh, he's going to be pulled back to that one. There could be trouble here. And so now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
Well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
He's got away. Saliba. Saka, Rice, Van de Ven, Romero forwards and with intent. Udogie, forward it goes. Now that's well seen too. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Udogie. Bentancur. Pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Joao Palhinha.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? Just get something in the way.
Pedro Porro. Aim forwards. Kudus. That is a great pick out. Gabriel gets rid without sophistication. Martinelli. Gabriel. Rice. Saliba. Eze. That is not the best ball. He offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, the idea was right, the delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
Romero. Pedro Porro. Long ball looking to counter. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Udogi. Van de Ven. Udogi. And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. Looking here to chip it through. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Merino. Now it's Martinelli. Now here's the delivery. Here's it away. Merino. And it's played forward. Now, what about a counter-attack? Kulusevski.
Arsenal really looking to get back into this at the start of the second half.
White. Rice. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
That's clear cut. It's free kick.
That's top defending and preventing and turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Rice. Shakes to shoot. That was no routine save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Kulusevski. He cuts out the supply. Martinelli. Can he spark a counter here? Saka. White. It'll be a throw-in. White. Into the middle. Goalkeeper's ball. Kulusevski. João Palhinha. Kudus. Madison. Tries to get it clear. Kudus's cross. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Kulusevski, now it's Bentancur. Now it's Kulusevski! Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Arsenal with a chance to counter-attack now. Merino. Martinelli. Changing the point of attack. Eze. Merino. Rice. Now it's Trossard. Now it's Havertz. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Nice touch. Into the box. Kudus knocks it out wide. Kulusevski. Pedro Porro. Can he get onto this? Great defending, strong and determined. Could move up a gear here. In the end they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. White. Oh, super fine. Colombo face the chance!
Well, it was all about the quality of the ball, wasn't it? It couldn't have been placed any better.
Trossard. Merino. Rice. Gabriel. Played towards the front line. Oh, some tackle. That's disappointing. Trossard. Over to the left. Well retrieved, perhaps momentary. Oh, good steal, he just read it. White. Saka. Chip through. Romero puts it away.
But this is exactly the approach they have to take now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
Spot on, Peter.
Big chance! Beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
So all square and not for the first time.
Oh, look, Peter, I was on the fence before the ball was kicked, and I still haven't moved.
Udogu. Chance here to counter. Pedro Porro. Oh, that's neat. Now it's Bentancur. Tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Towards the flank. Laid back in. That is a little undercooked. Now this could be a chance. It's a great close to finish! Nice physical challenge. So what can they make of this? Can he get away here? One ball by the goalkeeper. That has been cut short. Kulusevski. They can counter here. Chances. A little off target. Madison. Merino. Madison. He's played it through. Now it's Bentancur. Gabriel did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. White. Moved on forwards.
not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
White. There's the hit! White. Eze. Trossard. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Looking to break at pace. Kudus. Jalpania. Moved on forwards. It's played forward. Adweke. White. Now it's Eze.
Arsenal showing a good level of performance so far.
Proves too strong. Kulusevski succumbs to the pressure.
Well, they deserve an awful lot of credit for their commitment to the cause, but it's a goal credit that would be most welcome now.
Gabriel has played it long. Oh, terrible pass. Havertz. Trossard. Oh, it's Trossard. Great hit!
Really was just waiting to pounce on any slip-up, and he was gifted a chance.
Maddison. Bentancur. Played towards the other side. Pedro Porro. Bentancur.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Goes direct to the front line. And back to the keeper they go. Romero. Pedro Porro. Forward it goes. Gabriel. Eze. White. That's a clever-looking ball.
Well, they deserve an awful lot of credit for their commitment to the cause, but it's a goal credit that would be most welcome now.
Oh, Red, nice interception. It's played into space. Oh, that's clever. That has been knocked clear.
Well, they deserve an awful lot of credit for their commitment to the cause, but it's a goal credit that would be most welcome now.
Metropolo. Aim forwards. Bentancur. Madison.
It's a very watchable game, isn't it? Any goal from here could well be the winner.
Madrid.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Moved on forwards. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Rice. That's Eze. Out to the right. Madrid played into the middle.
Arsenal know full marks for their attitude and application in trying to win this. It means an awful lot, obviously.
Van der Beek. And it's played forward. Bentancur. Rice. That looks like a final warning. Still no colour. It's a loose ball. Rice for Woodson with intent. Well, that is not the best ball. This is an apologetic look.
Oh, he made it look a bit predictable.
White. Madrid. Time to deliver. That's nice. Oh, it's Eze. Merino. This is intriguing. Next goal, trick. He's been bundled over. That is a foul. He's got into that pretty black dot.
Showing a good level of intensity at this stage. They're calling on all their resources now.
Oh, that is asking for trouble. Chance to shoot!
Well, they deserve an awful lot of credit for their commitment to the cause, but
That's surely a foul, free kick. It's off target and by quite a way. Well, that's well seen too. Gabriel. Madwika. Arsenal desperately searching for the winner here. Kudus.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last flick.
Gabriel cuts it out. Scratching tackle. Now then, the ball's come loose.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
Mikel Merino played out towards the right wing. Swung over. A great he's got the shot!
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his. It's a little unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried there.
Final seconds, this has to be it. Now it's Bentancur.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last flick.
Now it's Kudus.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
Saliba. Timber. Forward it goes. Van der Beek. Joao Palhinha. Romero shifted upfield. Pedro Porro. And the volley. Arsenal making another change here.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Van der Beek. Aim forwards. Rice pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. Chance here to counter.
Havertz actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Joao Palhinha. Kulusevski. Madison. Forward it goes. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Pedro Porro. Romero.
Going nowhere fast is about the only way I can describe this. They've just got to be busy.
He's onto it in a flash. Trossard. Can he spot gone backward here. Bentancur. Kudus. João Padilha. Romero. Pedro Porro. Moved on forwards. We expected better, and so did he. Gabriel. Merino. And it's played forward. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Pedro Porro. Kudus. Cuts out the pass. Saliba. Forward it goes. And that's that. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. For what they get and hope for better in the weeks ahead. The end of the game. Reflections?
Well, that really did fly by.